episode 3 of the Been Busy podcast. And we, babe, have been busy as you thought I was going to cuss, didn't you?
Oh God.
I guess that's something we have to decide is, are we going to cuss on this podcast and let the words flow freely? I'm sure we won't cuss that much, but we've been busy enough to use that word this week, I feel like.
We have been busy, and speaking of been busy, we didn't even get to go to the Athletes Unlimited game that we were planning on going to. But I am wearing my WNBA sweatshirt today. We are going this week, so I'm very excited. We will report back on that. So just a little follow up. We're very excited about going. Yeah, it ends March 2nd, so we get to go this week to watch.
Yeah, it'll be the final weekend of the 4 week event, and so we will make it to one of those days. We've got a few in mind that will work out. So no matter how busy we are, we will be attending the Athletes Unlimited session at least one of those days, and we can report back on how that went. Again, know it's being real successful here in Nashville, and hopefully the final weekend will show record numbers. And maybe it's the best. Maybe it's good that we missed out and are going to go this weekend. Maybe it'll be the best, the best session yet.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, we're going to call this episode Nash Vegas. Part of what's been keeping us busy is we've been lucky to be a part of some events where we've been in some cool places during our time here in Nashville. We have a lot of people that ask us, like, hey, what do you do in Nashville? Where do you go? Obviously, there's a lot of visitors that come in or they want to come see us. Obviously, a lot want to go to Broadway, and you kind of hear, local people here, they're like, no, we don't go to Broadway. I think we're like more honest than most, where we're like, no, Broadway's pretty cool. Like, we're more than down to go to Broadway. We have our spots that we really like. Obviously, we're not there every weekend. That would mean we probably have a problem. But we do enjoy it. And so figured we'd share our favorite spots on Broadway and in other parts of Nashville that we like. And I know you being the foodie that you are and on Instagram finding all these really cool places for us to go eat and these cool little dive bars, figured it'd be cool if we talk about some of our favorite spots here in Nashville.
Yeah, we're really fortunate because we get to also, I do a lot of events and I get to travel all over the city pretty much and see some of the really cool places. So I'm going to share today some of my favorite places, maybe not restaurants, but some of my favorite places that I've been in Nashville when you come to visit here that I definitely feel like you should check out. And again, we're locals, but like there are so many cool places in Nashville. We're probably going to name like a third of them, maybe not even a third, a fifth. But I love Nashville. I love like the culture. It's super diverse. It's growing. And Chris and I will share too. Like we actually met here in Nashville. So that is a special place to us as well. We'll share that a little bit in our podcast today too.
Yeah, and that's probably why we're partial to Broadway, since we knew each other before Broadway, but we really didn't talk until we were on Broadway. What else do you do on Broadway? You get drinks, you enjoy a rooftop, and that's where, our love story, if you want to call it, began on the rooftop of Valentine, which is probably one of my favorite bars on Broadway. Every time I ask if someone's been there, they're usually like, no, where's it at? And I'm like, it's literally in the middle of the street. It's one of the tallest buildings. I think it's the highest rooftop. Super chill, but easy to get in and out of. Good drinks, pretty good prices, always good music. You can literally see up
Always
and
have
down
great
Broadway.
music.
Yeah, always good music. And you can look up and down Broadway. You can look on other rooftops. And so I'm always shocked when people haven't been to the Valentine, which is, again, where we kind of met and kicked things off. But I think we both kind of in the summer enjoy catching a good band up there on that rooftop for sure.
I love Valentine. I also think the workers there are fabulous always. Like I've always had great service there, and so that's something that like makes it enjoyable for me is like they're kind, they're fun, they love to talk to you. And I just think it's like a really great spot if for a summer, spring day, fall day, you want to get on the rooftop. It's a really enjoyable place. So I
Yep.
definitely say Valentine's is my like top three for sure.
Yep. Top three. Um, I know one bar we really liked. It's actually not there anymore. FGL House, which is now Lainey Wilson's bar, which we actually
Hmm.
have not been to yet. We need to go check that out. I'm not sure why we haven't been, but FGL House was one that we spent a lot of time at over the last few years until it transitioned to Laney's. But I mean, kudos to Laney. She's taken over, country music, and we need to check hers out. Jelly Rolls. We need to go to Jelly Rolls Bar.
Yeah, I
Uh,
had some friends get to go to their grand opening last week and said it was amazing. Jelly Roll was there. That's one of the great things we love about Nashville too is you never know who you're going to run into. Chris and I said a couple of years ago we're sitting eating at one of our favorite little restaurants off Broadway, and we're sitting right next to Cole Swindell and his now at the time girlfriend, now wife. So you just never know who you're going to sit with and hang out and enjoy, a beer with, or just enjoy a dinner or a conversation. Which kind of leads me to my probably second favorite bar, which could be controversy or controversial, but I think it's the one of the best in Nashville is Barstool. And
yeah,
Barstool
bars.
is a great place to watch games. Again, great staff. Like love going there. Everyone's always so much fun and so kind. And their food, like, is for bar food. Like I'm never disappointed. So I always can find something there. I'm a Barstool girl, Barstool fan. And definitely think it's like Nashville. Like you have to go to Barstool. You come to
Yep.
Nashville.
We've been there for March Madness. We've been there for NFL playoff games. We've been there for college football Saturdays. Literally, yeah. For me, Barstool's probably number one. If I had to, I just can't argue it. Like the music's always good. I always tell people, I'm like, hey, if you're going to Barstool, be ready to stay there. I know we've had some friends come into town, and I've tried to fight the urge. I'm like, hey, we don't need to go there because it's gonna suck us in, and we're gonna be there for a long time. And what do you know? We go, and I don't know. Next thing you know, we're waking up the next day like, whoa, what a night!
Barstool's fun, and I think the great thing there too is like the theme is sports, so like that makes
Yeah,
it enjoyable for us. And it is always a place where there are some good rivalry games going, and you get a huge crowd there, which is a lot of fun. We've been there
yeah,
on some game days where we're like, okay, like this is intense. So I definitely would suggest if there's a game that you're wanting to watch, it's the best place in Nashville, I think, to go. My other favorite sports bar, and I'll just go off really quickly, is Beyond the Edge, and it's in East Nashville. I
yeah.
think it is the best, besides Barstool, sports bar to go to watch sports. I will come in with like Neighbors, I think is a second, a good follow. So if you're going to get sports bar, that's a great one too. But Beyond the
Yep.
Edge is awesome. Again, I'm a big service person, so like the waiters and waitresses at Beyond the Edge they're like friends to us now. So I just think like that is a great place, and it's first come first serve. So you find a spot, you get in there with your team. You might be sitting next to a rivalry team. Tons of great TVs, great food, great bar food. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great atmosphere.
Yep. All of those are great sports places. Yeah, for Barstool, we've been there for like a Bama Tennessee weekend. Obviously, we're here in Tennessee, but they'll jam Rocky Top when they score. And there's a ton of Bama fans here, obviously, so super awesome. And then, yeah, Beyond the Edge, it's like 5 minutes from us, and we stumbled upon it. They were voted the best sports bar in Nashville a couple
Yep.
times now, and they were for 2024. Uh, so yeah, awesome food, awesome environment, TVs everywhere, really good drink specials throughout the week too. On Sundays, it's like 2 for 1 beers. There's all like every day is a different special there when it's game time. So that's a great, yeah. And you're right. The waitresses, the waiters, the bartenders, always friendly, always super
Yep.
nice. And then Neighbors, I would say Neighbors in the Gulch was one that we really enjoyed. That it's fairly
Yep.
new. It's a huge sports bar, TVs, massive, one of those like 2-story TVs. The garage doors come open. It's a good spot. I
Yeah.
guess all of them have some outdoor areas, but yeah, all good sports bars. And obviously, again, we watch like 99% of what we watch is sports related. So
Yeah.
yeah, those are places you'll find us at. Or if anyone wants to come visit, I know we got some friends coming at the end of March. I think yeah, we'll have Barstool on the to do list. We'll have some other Broadway bars. We'll have to maybe check out Beyond the
Well, go
Edge.
back to Broadway because I got off a little bit on the sports bars, but go back to Broadway. Are there any other places on Broadway that you like to go to or you would recommend to go to? Because
Yeah,
we know
so
Nashville is very touristy. We love like it's very touristy. We're just sharing our favorite spots. I will say like I don't know if you feel this way, but I love Aldean's Rooftop. It's a fun place to go. That's a good one. And yeah, go ahead. What is your next like favorite?
yeah, no, those are good. I know we've been on the rooftop of well, we've been to Friends in Low Places.
Yeah,
And recently, we got to work an event at Morgan Wallen's bar, and it was
yeah.
awesome because we were in his private room of the bar, and it was super cool. I mean, some custom Tennessee bar stool chairs. There were some leather couches. There's pictures of him with Peyton Manning, Travis Kelsey. He's flipping everyone off in every picture, but it's it was a cool like to be able to go and see
Very Morgan
where
Wallen. Very Morgan Wallen, but also like that is
very
a really nice bar. I would say that would be like my third favorite bar right now.
yeah.
Um, Also, again, I go back to the service, excellent security people there. Like, I can't say enough about like if you live in Nashville and you work in the service industry, which we do, um, it is nice to be around nice people, and there are some really great people there too. So, yeah, top three right there. I'm going Valentine's, Barstool, and I'm gonna go with Morgan Wallen's.
Morgan Wallen's, and I'll go Barstool number one, Valentine number two, and number three. I will go with. Mm, that's tough. I've been to Kid Rock's, been to Aldean's, Morgan Wallen's.
I
Oh,
thought
there's a
you were
lot I
gonna
could put
put
in
Tin
the
Roof.
third spot.
I thought you would pull a Tin Roof in there, maybe.
Tin Roof. We're gonna go Tin Roof number three because we spent a lot of time in there. That's kind of a classic staple. There's one on Demumbrium Street too, but the one on Broadway, right there in the middle of the street. Yeah, we'll go Tin Roof number three. We'll go Barstool number one. We'll go
Cool.
Valentine number
Okay.
two. We'll go Tin Roof number three.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also, like I said, there are some great bars in Nashville. You can't screw up a good place here in Nashville to go to. Those are just our favorite. Again, we base a lot of that on just like where we like to go and where we like to hang out. I also am a big rooftop person, so if it's a rooftop, we're probably going to go there sometime. I did not mention this one because there's one on Broadway and then there's one off in Midtown. But Losers is also awesome, and Riley Green's Duck Blind is connected to the Losers. Um, Excellent place. I've done events there. The vibe is really cool there. It is very much my style of a like I would say like kind of a dive fun country bar. So definitely check that one out too. I wanted to throw that one out there because I think it's a really cool one. And Losers Off Broadway is really cool too. We have a lot of friends that go there, and I've done an event there as well. And I think like again, cool place, great music. And you never know who you're going to run into. So that's the other place. So those are the kind of bars you really want to jump to. So I'm going to throw Losers in there too because I think it's awesome.
Yeah. No, there's tons of other good bars and good spots. Those are just some of the ones that we like to go to on a consistent basis. When people come into town, we want to show them. They're always a good time. And again, just some of the spots we like to hang out. If you got recommendations or want to take us somewhere else, we're more than happy to. We love getting out, having afternoon
Yeah.
drinks. Springtime's on the way. Those rooftops. Yeah, that's our
Spring
jam.
is almost here, and we are about to get on those rooftops and enjoy some good weather. So
Yeah.
all the fun, all the good things coming our way. All right, you
Yep.
want to talk food because I'm a
Yep.
foodie.
Let's talk restaurants.
And yeah, we there's a lot of great restaurant food in Nashville's great. East Nashville, I think, is like where the real food. Like if you want to get some really good, like just some unique restaurants, East Nashville. Check out East Nashville. Germantown's awesome as well. I'm gonna start. My favorite restaurant is I'm a big brunch breakfasty person. I love the Geist or Geist. I don't know how you say it. I've heard five different people say five different things, but it is in Germantown and it is top notch. They have a champagne garden. It is worth taking some friends, and as a local, it's a place that we go to quite often. So I will go there. I think that's like one of my favorites. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, and they have a champagne julep. I'm a big mint julep fan, and they have a champagne julep, which is really good. Comes in like the copper gold glass. It's a cool. The cinnamon roll there. Holy smokes, the cinnamon roll is good. Um, Good food all around though. That's definitely the
Yeah.
champagne garden's hard to beat. It's super beautiful. All the yeah, all the champagne like
If you're doing a
it's
bachelorette party, if you're doing a date, if you're just going with some guy friends, like it hits all the spots. So like
yeah.
everyone can go there. It's a really cool place. So
Yep.
definitely recommend it. Also, everything on the menu is good. It's highly recommended for brunch. But dinner's great there too. We've had dinner there several times. I'm just a big brunch person. I think they have one of the better brunches here in Nashville.
Yep.
Okay,
No, in
Chrissy, what
my
about you for brunch?
brunch. Well, hang on. I'm gonna say my favorite restaurant first
Okay,
is
we'll go to your favorite
definitely
restaurant.
Fifth and Taylor, which is over in
Yep,
Germantown. They
know as
have
well.
some honey glazed duck wings that I could just order two or three orders of the duck wings, and that's all I need there.
Also,
All the
when
food's
you
good.
tell everybody about the duck wings, they're always like, duck wings? Like, really? And Chris is like, oh, the duck wings are out of this world. And I'm always like, he's a duck wing fan. Like, let me explain it to you. But yes, they are fabulous. I will back him up on it. It is an odd thing that most people say that's their favorite thing on the menu, but it is fabulous.
It it's got to be the honey glaze on it too, but it's like just the best tender meat with the honey glaze. Like I don't know, I usually get a glass of white wine. They have good cocktails there, old fashions, and again, like all the food's good there. But the duck wings are like my signature plate. That if someone goes, Chris, I'm buying your dinner tonight. What do you want? I want the duck wings from Fifth and Taylor. I'll take it 10 out of 10 times.
Menu's great. I love it too. But their appetizers are worth trying several. The steak tartare is fabulous as well.
Yes.
So you can't go wrong again with any of their appetizers. And I think it's like one of those places you want to try several things when you go there.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and some of the other places we like brunch wise, Cafe Rose, which is in East Nashville. It's probably one
Yes.
of our staples that we take folks to that come to visit. Super clean, crisp, good, just healthy but really tasty food options that just it looks beautiful. Just the setting of it all is something we enjoy. It's pink. It's got just I don't know the vibes that we like. So Cafe Rose would probably be like one of my top brunch spots.
Yeah, they do. They serve brunch and dinner and lunch and everything, but it is definitely a great brunch place to go. The menu is fabulous. Everything on there, I think we've had. Chris usually gets like a large, like their ham and scrambled eggs on a big
Yeah.
piece of like I believe it's sourdough bread. It's fabulous, but they have these fabulous bowls. You can't go wrong, and everything there again is just real fresh, and it's again great service, very fun, great coffee. You can do cocktails, coffee, whatever you want there. So cool little vibe, very quaint is a good way to explain it. Worth heading over to East Nashville. And if you go across the street in East Nashville, there's also another one of our favorite places, which I'm a big burger person. You could give me a burger all day and I'd be happy. And I think one of the best burgers and the best prices. I mean, like you can't get a burger for this price in Nashville. Is Schulman's, and it is a cool like retro-y kind of dive bar in East Nashville. Great drink specials, of course, but I think the best thing there is their burgers. Worth the trip to East Nashville. So I'm gonna say don't forget about Schulman's over in East Nashville.
Yeah, very vintage 80ish style with the
70s,
decor.
80s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, burgers, fries. They got pickled beer. They got the Miller Ponies bottles. So all like the retro bottles and drinks you can get there. They got a little outdoor section as well. We take our dog up there because they've got a little outdoor area you can sit. And they got Tito's dog bowls. So yeah, Shulman's is a good spot, and we can walk there in East Nashville again. Yeah, great spot for East. Man, East has all the good food and diet. I was even thinking of bars again. We got Roy's Tavern. You got Mickey's.
Yeah.
Shulman's is a good bar too. There's so many. The Five Points area has their East is where it's at. I'm just gonna say it. East Nashville is
This
where
is
it's
where it's
at.
at.
Yeah.
I want to throw out my favorite other spot. I think like in East, you can go so many different places in East. You can go here, you can go there. But I also think that you have some really great sushi. You also have Tootin Jack, which is actually in Chattanooga as well. I think they have great ramen. And so just a fun little place to like go and find different things. But my other favorite is Redheaded Stranger. It's like a
Yes.
Mexican kind of Tex-Mexy vibe. Very cool, ever-changing fun like menu, but they also have a great burger there too. And it is like one of those places you wait in line. You go in, you wait in line to get in. You could wait 30 minutes, you could wait an hour, but it's worth it. And really, really yummy tacos. Just something fun to do, and it's like a cool little vibe of a place too. So great Tex-Mexy Tex-Mex redhead stranger. And then, as you can tell, I love Mexican food or like Tex-Mexy tacos. My other favorite is Ladybird. Ladybird Taco is a great place for breakfast tacos as well. They have all kinds of tacos, but I really love their breakfast tacos.
Yeah, Lady Bird breakfast tacos. I would say that's a great brunch spot. Redheaded Stranger too. Their breakfast tacos are amazing. Their tortillas are is what makes that taco. It's like thick, true like Tex-Mex tortilla, eggs, bacon, I don't know, tater tots, all kinds of things in there. That's probably one of my favorite brunch spots. Ladybird for sure. If we're talking Mexican, El
Yep.
Fuego is also in East Nashville. I feel like it's kind of a staple. Good margaritas, amazing outdoor area. It's massive. They have like a
Yeah.
greenhouse. Um, just good vibes, tons of parking. They usually have music in the spring and summer. And El Fuego is the one we kind of discovered more recently, and I think that's become quickly one of our favorite spots too.
Absolutely, and it's a great place if you have a big group. So like, and very good price, fun, and just like a totally different vibe than like any other place, kind of like that we've gone to recently. It's a great place to jump for two people, or if you have 10 people, it's really yummy. So definitely love El Fuego. I'm trying to think if there's any other that we want to round out that we really love. Any place you want to go? Do you have a favorite burger place? I know you love Schulman's. Anything you want to bring as a burger place?
Shulman's is probably my number one.
Okay.
Cafe Rose has a good smash burger. Um, there's also a restaurant we've been to. It's on Broadway, and I can never remember the name of it. We'll have to think about it. Maybe throw it
For a
in a.
burger?
Yeah, it's the place near Bridgestone. We went there for my birthday. We had a gift card for my mom, and we went
Oh,
there last
is it the
summer.
Chop House?
Yes, what is it called?
Is it Chop House or
I think it's
um?
Chop House.
Yes,
Hopefully we're right.
we'll get it right. But they do. They have great burgers. They have that's a fun place too that does really great fresh. Like it's easy to get in and out of. A little more upscale, but like nothing you can't walk in and like sweatshirt and and have a good time. But yeah, great food there too. Great service always too there.
Yeah, that's another good burger place. But there's so you can't survive in Nashville if you make bad food or have bad service. So there's so many places that we've yet to try. And so I'm
Yep.
sure as we're here longer, we'll figure out some more unique places to go to. I know there's tons of restaurants we haven't been that's on the list that we'll visit at some point. Obviously, there's so many little cool dive bars that are on our list to check off. Oh, there was one more bar I was going to give a shout out to, and
Okay.
it's not in East because I know we've kind of focused on East and
Yeah.
Nashville. but I believe it was called, is it the Never Ever Bar?
Yeah, Never Never. It's in Wedgwood, Houston area. Another really great area to hang out at. If you're like in that area, that place is booming right now. And actually, we've got to hit some
Hmm.
places over there because they have some new places that have just opened up. I like Americana Lounge. It is a great coffee place, and it is a cute little vibe if you want to go work somewhere. It's in Wedgwood, Houston. It's over by the Soho House, so it's just a cool place to kind of walk around down there. It's also that area is blowing up. So breweries, restaurants over there, really cool little spots. And yeah, Never Never is a great little spot as well. Great outdoor area too, so you can bring your dogs in there, and it's right by the train, so you get to the fun atmosphere of the train as well too.
Yeah, the train comes within like feet of the bar, which is super cool. And there's no TVs. It's literally a bar you go drink at, hang out with your friends, and enjoy just an afternoon when the weather's nice. I'm glad I remembered that one. We did kind of a
Yep.
bar hopping
Never
day
Never.
before. Yeah, never. We enjoyed a bar hopping day before football season last year, where we hit like 5 or 6 bars in the area that we haven't been to before, and that was awesome. We should probably do that again and check some other ones that are on the list because again, there's so many unique cocktails that are made, awesome bartenders all over the city, mixologists. So it's a town that has a lot of those fun options if you're looking for
Yeah.
food or a good drink.
Well, I'm thinking real quickly. We've talked about food, we've talked about bars, all the fun things to do. But is there anything in Nashville that you're like you should go do, or you should be a part of, or you should go see? Anything you can think of off the top of your head?
Yeah, and I think we could probably do another episode on just the coffee spots too, because we have a lot of coffee
Yes.
spots we go to, and I don't want to forget about one. So I think we should like save that for another episode, so we can
Okay,
actually like make a
coffee next
list.
episode because we are crazy coffee people. Chris recently became a coffee connoisseur about 2 years ago. I just I
I'm
think of
all in.
coffee. Yeah, he's all in. I have been a coffee person for as long as I can remember. I started drinking coffee. So I cannot wait. That's a great idea. We'll do another episode soon on coffee places in Nashville, and places you want to see. And there's some really cool places for coffee in Nashville. So
Yes.
excited to share that out too.
Yeah, a lot of unique settings. The coffee scene is probably just as good as the food scene. So many cool places to go and try. So that's something we can do a whole episode on. But as far as cool things to do, I just think it's such a cool place to come to if you want to see a concert. We've met so many people that have traveled from out of town to come see a show, and maybe it's an artist we know or an artist we don't know, but they're like concert season's kicking off. We were just talking to our neighbor. He's heading out tonight to a concert. It's Tuesday night. There's concerts every night of the week. Cool, intimate settings where people, again, you never know who you're going to see here. You'll buy a ticket to go see a band, and
Yeah.
some major player will come out because they're practicing. Jelly Roll might just roll in and start singing, or Post Malone might just roll down Broadway and pop in a bar and start singing. Like Keith Urban, they'll throw up a stage at Barstool randomly for him to just show up and start playing. So I think it's just cool to come enjoy the music scene somehow, whether it's a concert or just going to a
Yeah.
bar that has live music. That's just something that's Nashville. And I just think that's the coolest thing is going, sitting and having a drink. Me and you are not musically inclined whatsoever.
No. Nope.
Um, our singing is terrible. We can't play an instrument. So we're the people that just show up to enjoy the show. But
Well,
like,
Chris thinks he's pretty good sometimes, but I have to remind
hey,
him.
I, and I remind you, I was like a choir member of the year in junior high. I used to be good.
Junior high, everyone.
Yeah,
Junior high.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Junior
But
high.
no, the music scene, like our neighbors, they play music. We know some people that we've worked with that are trying to make it, and we support them. And so just go and sit down and listen to some music, no matter where it is. I just think that's the coolest thing to do in Nashville.
I love it. I think that's a good where to end where we are today because we definitely need to talk about some of the places that you want to hit up. I get asked probably like 1,000 times. I'm at an event. Where do you go eat in Nashville? What do you go do? What do you? So I think like that would be a great one. Bringing up coffee and then any other places that we like to go. I will say one place that is really cool is the Ryman. If you haven't gone to the Ryman, that's a cool place to go to. I just throw that out there. We'll hit all the fun like other spots besides the bars and the restaurants next time. But I think that's a great way to talk about Nash Vegas. What do
Yep.
you want to lead us into next? Because I know we've got a lot on our plate. We've been very, very
Yeah.
busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, very busy, and we've got stuff to do tonight. So I think we leave it there, and just want to say thank you to the people who have listened and watched the podcast so far. Obviously, we could hopefully grow some subscribers with this episode. If someone needs a good recommendation for a bar or food, just say, "Yo, go listen to the Been Busy podcast." Chris and Shira will give you plenty of recommendations to cover you for a weekend. So share the podcast with your friends and family. We've got the audio and video down. This is getting better and better. Obviously, it's just episode 3, but I think we're already improving. And so hopefully that will continue. We have a lot to talk about as these keep coming up. But no, babe, I know I got some chicken to grill. I know you got some stuff to do. So I say we end it here and go be busy again.
Yeah, I'll end it there with my we didn't do my favorite health things. So like something healthy that I've
We
been
didn't
loving.
talk sports either. We have a
Yeah.
quick one. We got the Mavs versus the Lakers tonight, which I know we're not big NBA
Okay.
fans, but Luka will be playing Dallas tonight. I'm hoping he scores 50 or 60, 100 points against Dallas. That would be super cool. So that's a quick sports talk. What's your quick health talk?
Well, I was just going to recap really quickly about the USA and Canada game last Thursday.
We can.
Yes, the US lost, but what a cool experience to get people excited about hockey and excited about sports and excited about your country. So I am just like pro, like, let's support each other in sports right now. I thought that was really cool. There's a lot going on right now. Like the CrossFit Open just started if you're into sports. We've still got, like, again, Athletes Unlimited is happening for women's basketball. There's
March
volleyball
Madness is
going.
coming up.
March Madness is about to begin. Baseball season has started. Softball season has started. So there's a lot going on in sports right now. So we will really tailor that into as we go into the next few weeks. But again, March Madness is probably going to be, I'll just tell you, it's going to be entertaining. But I just want to, like, speaking of healthy things, like the weather's getting better, get outside, move with your family, be a good example. I think my biggest thing right now is be a good example, whether it's for your kids, whether it's for your neighbors, whether it's for your spouse, for your friends, like get out and get moving. That is like my big thing right now is like, you never know who you're motivating. I've had like several recent conversations with people and they were like, you just motivated me. And I'm like, I did nothing but show up. So again, I think that's a huge call out is like, we have to move, get your 10,000 steps into. We did our little hill run tonight. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a hill run lover, never have been, never will be, but we made ourselves do it on a Tuesday. So whatever it is, like get out and move. That's my, first thing I want to call out today is you never know who you're inspiring. And somebody might see you out their window that if you're running the hill, it might inspire them to move. So that's my little tidbit of health for the week. And then going into nutrition, I can't stress enough about protein for women and for men and how important it is for you in your life. So, we talked about the eggs. The blue eggs are finally back at Costco, so I didn't have a panic attack this week.
We got our eggs, baby. We got our eggs.
We got our eggs. We got our limit. But I've been on a big cottage cheese kick recently. And again, not cottage cheese that you ate as a kid that might have had a lot of preservatives in it. I've been eating good culture cottage cheese. There's a lot you can do with it. But I will tell you, just throwing it into something, you're getting a lot of extra protein. And then I've been on, again, I'm going to go with the dairy tonight. I'm going to go with Greek yogurt. If you're getting clean Greek yogurt, a lot of extra protein, throw in some of that protein powder at night. That's been my like go-to dealing with like some diabetic situations and keeping my carbs down, which we will talk about in our next podcast. We're going to own that all into health and my journey of what's going on. And hopefully it will motivate you. How Chris and I have been working on this together. So again, I'll leave it there. A lot of fun things coming up, a lot of nutrition, a lot of health coming in the next episode. With some sports, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good pod, babe. Let's make some dinner. I'm hungry after those hill runs.
We gotta go grill some. We're doing thighs tonight. Grilling some thighs tonight. We'll
Chicken
have some
thighs,
grilled
baby.
broccoli.
On the Blackstone.
Cannot wait.
Woo. All right, let's do it.
Peace.